Hello, today we introduce the quaver or the 1/8 note. Now, this is very different than everything we've done before. We've had the semi-breve, the minim and the crotchet, which meant you had 1 beat, 2 beats or 4 beats per note. This time we're going to take a beat and we're going to divide it up into equal parts. So let's listen to the metronome for a second. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Now you're going to put the word "and" between each number. So you end up with 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and yeah. So on a violin, it's going to sound a little bit like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and yeah, like that. So that's what the exercise today is about. Now, important is that you no longer use a whole bow for every single note. In the beginning, we're going to use a whole bow for the long notes. We're going to combine things, obviously. It's not just going to be quavers, it's going to be crotchets and quavers, or minims and quavers, but we're going to use only small bows on the shorter notes, on these quavers, on these 1/8 notes. Yeah, that also means that you can play near the heel, in the middle, or near the tip. Yeah. Now, this exercise plays around with that. In the beginning, it just does quavers, but sometimes it forces you to sometimes do them at the tip, sometimes it will force you to do it at the heel. There's many different ways you can do this, so I suggest that this exercise you pay a lot of attention how it feels, very different, and it sounds also very different. If you play at the tip, it tends to be a lot more gentle, sweet, than when you play very close to the heel. So that's what you can play around with when we do this exercise. So today I'm going to start every single exercise near the heel on a down bow, so from the heel towards the tip. So we'll stretch the arm first. I'm going to repeat everything because it's a short exercise. All the individual parts of it are very short as well. So even at 40, I think it's interesting to repeat things. So first exercise, just quavers, 4 on each string. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and repeat. Yeah, so short and sweet is bit. Important, we stayed at the heel. Now make sure that even when you're at the heel, that your elbow follows through. Don't leave it hanging somewhere. It's possible, but it is bad habit to get. So make sure that when you play the short notes at the heel, that you drop your arm when you go to the higher strings and the other way around when you come back. Yeah, always keep your shoulder relaxed. Thumb round, little finger round. These things stay important. This exercise now it's slow, but we're going to speed things up, obviously. Even when things get fast, always look for a nice sound, a straight bow, and a relaxed position. Hold your instrument up, don't slouch. Power up this arm, so when you later on start playing around with the left hand as well, you're not in the habit of having your instrument like this. It makes moving around your instrument a lot more difficult. Yeah, and it's not so good for your back either, so it's quite important that you stand proud. Make the strings horizontal. Yeah? Okay, so second exercise, we start with a quarter note. Then near the tip, we're going to have 4 1/8 notes or quavers. And the last note brings us back towards the heel. So it's going to be 1, 2, and 3, and 4. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Like that. Yeah? So together with the metronome now. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. And the next exercise essentially is very similar, almost the same. It's again 4 quavers and 2 crotchets, but because we start with the quavers immediately, the quavers this time will be at the heel, followed by 2 crotchets, so it's going to be 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. Yeah? So, together with the metronome. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. Okay, now we've had quavers at the tip, quavers at the heel. The next exercise, every single bar, it's going to change. We're going to start on a down bow, a quarter note. You have 2 quavers near the tip, followed by 2 quarter notes. Then we do the same but in reverse. The next bar starts on an up bow, so now the quavers are at the heel. So that's because so far every single bar had an even amount of notes. The first one had 8, the second and the third bar had 6 notes per bar. Now we have a pattern which has 5 notes. That means that every pattern is a reverse of the previous bar. Yeah, so it's going to be 1, 2, and 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3, 4, and so on. Yeah. So with the metronome, all together. 1, 2, and 3, 4. The last exercise has 3 notes per bar, so again it's going to switch around. But now it's mainly about contrasting bow speed. The first note is 3 beats long, so it's going to be a very slow note, 2 fast notes at the tip, and a very slow note back, and 2 fast notes at the heel, and again, over and over, so it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. Yeah? So, together, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and slow, slow, slow. 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3. that's it. It's a fairly short exercise, but repeat it a couple of times because I'm going to make things complicated just because I can during all the repeats. Now we're going to move on to 50. Take care, bye.